Hello girls, today we are going to discuss about how to connect two or more routers to join different networks. This is our lab. For this one, we have a topology here in our lab manual. Here you can see there are three networks. You know very well, every interface will make one network. So this is one network and this is another network. Here these two interfaces are connected. So this is making another network. So totally here we have three networks. Now we are going to create a topology like this, and we are going to use the ping message for checking the connectivity between these PCs. So for this one, let us open the packet tracer and we are going to make a topology like this. Here you can see this network address is 192.168.0.0 and this is 1.0 and this network is 10.1.10. So these are all the three networks we have here. And here you can see the mask values. This mask value is little different. Okay, other mask values you have here. And the PC's address, you can see the network is 192.168.0.0. So the PC address is 0.10. Even you can give 0.2, 3, 4, any address you can give for this PC. But the default gateway address is always the first address. For this PC, the default gateway is, this is the default gateway. Here you can see fast Ethernet 00. For this interface is the default gateway for this PC. So whatever the address you have giving here, default gateway address 0.1, that address would be this address. See here, the same address 0.1 and 0.1 here. Here, this network is 1.0. So here the PC address is 1.10 and the default gateway address is 1.1. Whatever you are giving here, same address for this interface. This interface is fast Ethernet 00. The address is 1.1. And for this interface, the address is 10.1.1 for this interface. For this one, 10.1.12, because these two interfaces are in the same network, 10.1.10. Okay, so let us create a topology like this. So for that one, let us open our packet tracer. So I need two routers. The router number is 1841. Okay, let us take two routers, 1841, and I need two PCs. I need two PCs. Okay, after this one, I have to connect all these things. I'm using copper crossover cable, fast Ethernet 00. Here also fast Ethernet 0. And here fast Ethernet 00 and the fast Ethernet 0. Then for connecting these routers, I need serial port. I have to use this port. But here we don't have the serial port. So for getting this port, we have to do one step. Go to the router. Okay, go to the router. Here you can see there's a switch for the router, switch off the router and drag and drop this one and again switch on the router. What it will do, it will create a serial port in the router. So this is nothing but a serial port we are adding to the router. Okay, go to this router, repeat the same step, switch off the router. Okay, drag and drop this one and again switch on the router. Okay, close it. Now you can get a serial port. If you place the cursor, you can see the serial port. So you can connect the serial port 010, here also 010. Okay, so this is the topology now we have created. Now we have to assign IP address for this PC and all the interfaces. So before that, if you want these interface names, for that one, the option is options, preferences. Here you have a port labels. If you click this one, you can see all the port names. Okay, you can see all the port names. Serial 010, FA00. Otherwise, if you are not giving this one, you cannot see the port names. If you click this one, you can see all the port names. Okay, so I want to assign IP address. So this network is from your lab manual, you can see this network is 0.0 and the PC address is 0.10. So let me give the address. Let me give the address for this PC. Go to this desktop IP configuration. So here the address is 192.168.0.10 and the subnet mask value will come automatically and the default gateway value 0.1. Okay, the same, whatever the address I'm giving here, same address where I have to give in this fast Ethernet 00. Go to the router, okay, config fast Ethernet 00. Here I have to give the same address, okay, and the mask value, make the port status on. Then only the green bubbles will come. Otherwise, the port will not be activated. For activating the port, you have to give port status on. But this side, it's not activated. Still, it is in the red color. So go to the PC. First, assign the IP address for this PC. Desktop IP configuration. The address is 192.168. This is a 1.0 network. So I'm giving the address as 1.10. The mask value will come automatically. And the default gateway is 1.1. 1.1. So whatever the address I'm giving here, same address where I have to give it in this fast Ethernet. So go to this fast Ethernet. The port number is here you can see FA00. So go to the FA00. Okay, give that address. Okay, click the subnet mask and make the port, still the port status is in red color, make the port status on. Now it is coming in green color. Okay, so this side the IP address assigning is done. Now we have to assign IP address for these two ports. So go to this router. Okay, what is the IP address? The port number is 010. So go to 010. Okay, the IP address for this one is, this is a 10.1.10 network. So I'm giving the IP address 10.1.1.1 for this port. And the mask value is 255.255.252. This mask value is different based on the host address and based on the mask value, you will get number of devices in your network. So for this one, the mask value is 252. Okay, so here this one is 10.1.1. So this side I'm going to give for this one 0.10. For this one I'm going to give 10.1.2. And the mask value is 255, 255, 255, 252. And make the port status on. Okay, I think this side I did not make the port status on. Let me check. Yes, port status on. Now both of them are coming in green color. So our network is activated. So as of now, we have assigned IP address for everything, but we did not define any routes. For example, from this PC to this PC, if I want to send a packet in this router, I have to define a route. Okay, so I have to define a route or routing table I have to develop. So how can I develop the routing table? If you see in your lab manual, you can see the coding. Okay, even without coding we can do. I will show you the coding, the corresponding coding for that. Okay, these are all the coding for assigning IP address for the interfaces. We already done in shortcut method. The no shutdown command is equivalent to port status on. Okay, we have done. We have assigned IP address. Okay, now we have to define a route. Okay, for defining the route, this is the command IP route network address. You have to give the destination network address and network mask value. After that, next hop IP address. Next hop IP address you have to give. So how can you give? Go to the router. Okay, this is the method by using coding. Coding you have to write like this. Okay, you can see the coding. Okay, you can see the coding IP route and the destination network address, mask value, Then after that, next hop address you have to give. Let us do it in shortcut method. Go to this router. Okay. In the router, if you want to define a route, there are two methods. Routing, you can see static method and RIP. This is routing information protocol. Static method means manually we have to define the routes. This one, dynamic routing, automatically in the runtime, router will create a route. But we are using the static routing. So static routing means manually we have to define the routes. Go to the static routing. Here you have to give the network address. What network address you have to give? Destination network address. For this device, for this network, the network address for this one is here, just for your understanding, I'm typing here. For this network address is 192.168.0.0 is this network address. For other side, for this one, the network address is 1.0. This is the network address of this side. Okay. Just for coloring also you can do. That is, this is one network. Okay. This is one network. This is one network. Okay. Coloring also you can do just for our understanding. Okay. This is another network. Okay. This is another network. And this is the third network. Okay, this is the third network. You can see here. Okay, this is the third network. So here the network address is 0.0. This is 1.0. And this network address is, this is 10.1.1.0. Okay. So if I want to define a route for this router means what I have to do, go to the router. I have to give the destination network address. Then only the packet will be sent from this PC to this PC. So from this, or if I want to reach this PC, then I have to give this network address. This is the destination network. So 192.168.1.0 and the mask value is 255.255.255.0 and the next hop. So from this router, what is the next hop? This is the next hop. This serial 101. This port is the next hop. What is the address of this port? This port address is 10.1.1.2. Okay. So after this one, what I have to do? Add. Here you can see you can reach this network via 10.1.2. So this is the next hop. So we have defined this route in this router. For this router, what is the destination network? This is the destination network. So I have given the destination network address and mask value. And what is the next hop? Next hop means next jump. So from this router where the packet will go, first it will go from here to here. So this is the next hop. Okay, then close it. So similar routing where I have to add in this router. So if I want to reach this network, so I have to give this network address. This is the destination network address. Go to the static. Here I have to give this network address. This network address is, okay. So go to this router. This network address is 0.0 and the mask value is 255.255.255.0 and the next hop is 10 point. Next hop is nothing but this address. For this interface, what is the address we give? 10.1.1. Then add. Okay, now we have added all routes for this network. If you have another router here, then you have to add root for another router also. So you can add as many routes as possible. You can add it in one router. You can add 5 routes, 6 routes, 7 routes, 10 routes you can add. If you have many routers, then you have to add next route in the router. Okay. So what is our final step? You have to use the ping message. This is the ping. If you are getting successful ping, then that means your routes, configuration, everything is right. Now it is coming as failed. Let's check. Just click once again. You will get successful. That means route, configuration, everything is right. So I have done ping from PC4 to PC5. If I want to ping from PC5 to PC4, that should be successful. So take the packet, just put it here. If you are getting successful, then the connection is correct. So even all router everywhere, you will be getting successful. Okay. You are getting successful message for all routes. So this is our lab. Similarly, you can connect 3 or more routers also you can connect, but accordingly you have to add routes in the routing table.